These guys are ridiculous.
Yeah, these guys are rad.
I'm growing to appreciate Sanke a whole lot more than I used to. I really am.
Yeah?
I was like so attracted to Showa and like this darker, like real deep fish that this is more delicate.
Right.
I'm really growing attracted to these
start to
guys.
appreciate.
Man, the biggest way. Doitsu Sanke.
Doitsu Sanke. So these are Doitsu Sanke. Nisai, 2-year-olds.
Do we know if they're males or females?
Don't know.
Okay.
Bred by Marusaka. Again, kind of the unusual koi breeder. His family used to breed really, really fancy, regular scaled Sanke. So they have a really good understanding and appreciation of what makes a good Sanke.
For sure.
All right, so let's go into detail about each of these Sanke. All three of them, again, they're similar quality fish. So, they're all in the same price range, and that's real important to know. But they have very distinctive and unique patterns. So, let's go ahead and talk about this guy right here. It's got kind of a small marten, which is that spot on the head here.
Okay.
Then it's followed by another 2 steps of red. Or actually, these are on each side of each other, so I guess technically it's a 4-step. And then we have this really cool balance of delicate sumi placed on its sides. With all Sanke, it's important to have a real outstanding type of sumi on the shoulder. It's sort of what makes the koi look powerful or unique and strong. So this is a very delicate type sumi, so it still has that shoulder piece, which is important, but it's very, very gently placed throughout. Another important thing about the sumi here, almost every step of sumi touches red at some point. This spot doesn't, but I bet you it will when he or she matures.
What's that called? Is that shosumi or something like that? What do you call it when the
Subo sumi? Yeah, so subo sumi is sumi that's only on the white, and we like it on the white specifically, but we do like it touching the black.
And then subo sumi is when the black touches the red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
But not on top of the red.
Right.
So
just touches it.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's on white.
Right. Okay.
So
trying to apply the skills you're teaching us.
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, it's good
stuff.
stuff.
So let's call that fish number 1.
Okay, number 1. Yep. Fish number 2 has the red eye, so we can remember that, the akame, right? And again, we have a nice 3-step pattern. Well, it's not a nice 3-step pattern. Let's talk about that. So if this were a kohaku, if this didn't have any sumi at all, this would definitely not have enough red on it to be an attractive fish, right? But here, it has like the perfect amount of red because the sumi is sort of balancing out where the red's missing.
In a really fantastic way because it kind of goes all the way through, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So we're on this one, it's much more delicate. Here we have this really, really sort of balanced but footprint type sumi. We have that really drastic and strong step on the shoulder here, and then it has very nice balanced sumi all the way through it. All right, and so number 3 here is this. This fish is just wild, right? Like the kohaku pattern, it has this very unusual kind of horseshoe or wishbone. I'm not even sure what you'd call it, but definitely unusual type pattern here. And then sort of a light spot here, and then a little bit of red right at the tail. And it even has a odome, so that's something we haven't talked about.
Okay.
Odome is the break of white right before the final step of red. So here, the odome is like this size. And if we look here, the odome is, come on.
A little smaller.
Just real small, yeah.
Delicate.
So very nice. If you were to think of a frame, the white being like a frame outline, and everything's in there, it's very, very nicely balanced. So you have this unusual wishbone here, and then the sumi really takes over the top of the fish, and the sumi isn't traditional at all. It's kind of these like a war shark type sumi paintings, I would say. So you could kind of balance in there and look and
war shark.
Yeah, war shark. Kind of see what you see in there. Maybe it's something different every day depending on your attitude, right?
Right. Okay, so what we're learning here, I want to refresh something that I picked up was, it begins with kohaku and ends with kohaku, so it's really good that we started this whole new series with kohaku, right?
Right.
So, but what you're telling us, when you're looking at Sanke, for example, you're looking for the kohaku pattern, just like we did in the Showa.
Sure.
But it's we can excuse something like not having a great traditional kohaku pattern underneath when the black accents it in something like this, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So that's good. So that's what I saw through your eye when you were explaining these fish to me, and I want to make sure that the viewers caught that. So, all right. Well, before we jump in and select, I think I learned a lot about them right now, and I've refreshed some of the things that I've learned from you. And before we jump into the next fish variety, I want the viewers to jump into the comment section below. And we got fish number 1. Let's review the fish 1, 2, and 3 again, so that people can know.
So fish number 1 here is this delicate sumi.
Okay.
Fish number 2 is the akame, the red eye.
Akame.
And then number 3 is this sort of horseshoe guy.
The war shark guy.
The war shark,
Okay,
yeah.
so jump into the comment section below and type in which one you think Shawn would pick. And then for fun, just throw in which one you think is your favorite. And let's see how accurate we're getting at learning to see through Shawn's eyes.